Show with DJ Rain.
Yo, what up with it? It's your boy Bizzle with God Over Money, and you are now listening to the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Reverb Live, your new online gospel show.
Reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, well, to me my flesh is so good, so Lord, please turn up your effect.
Hey, what's up, family? This is DJ Rain. You're tuned into the Reverb Live Show, the syndicated talk show playing the best in Christian hip-hop and urban gospel music. We also give you the latest in news, interviews, laughter, and much more. Hey, I want to thank you for tuning into the show right here, right now, on this station, or checking out our podcast. But, you got to check out the live show. The live show airs every Tuesday, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ReverbLiveShow.com. During the live show, you can post your comments and we'll read them live on air, making you part of the live show. It's simple and it's easy and it's quick and it's fun. All you have to do is go to Facebook Live, Instagram Live, or YouTube Live. Post your comment and we'll read them live on the show, making you part of the live podcast. Listen, I'm not doing this by myself. When we come back, we're going to check in with the entire Reverb Live crew to see what's going on with them this episode. Don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Urban Gospel Show that gives you live interviews, the latest news, and topics that keep you tweeting. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
You know I apologize. I apologize. Hear me after I apologize. I'ma put my weight aside. I don't really wanna fight with you. I know I was wrong and I won't be hard on myself. Won't act like I can't get on. Won't lose sight of myself. So I know I'ma make it home. After I'll do anything, no I ain't anxious, but I'm here for it. Can't be anything, no I ain't able, it's just me, Lord. Put it in the bank, cause I ain't keeping it on me, no. But I'll do anything to get that blessing up on me, Lord. Yeah. Put it in my hands, I'll give it back to you, you'll see, Lord. And put it in a man, I'm here before you, like choose me, Lord. Enemy, they throwing hands, I turn the cheek, they bruising me, Lord. Long as when you come down and worship, seek, you look for me, Lord. When you look man, I really hate when I act that way, man. I want things perfect when you already are. Already far, I'm waiting for lift, Lord, when you come in the car. Not at the bar, you make the sun and the moon just the number one star. I know who you are, and I'ma talk about you like you're here cause you are. You never far, take my dignity, yeah, it's black in this chart. And you worthy, I apologize.
You can put the weight aside. I don't really wanna fight with you. Everyone does wrong sometimes.
Don't be hard on myself.
Don't act like you can't get on.
Won't lose sight of myself. Ooh, I know I'ma make it home. After I apologize. Wanna say something to you.
Wanna say something.
Running, I feel like coming to you. I need you to do your thing. I need you to sing your something to you. I love you. I love you. I yeah, another worshipful weekly song.
Yo, what's good? This is Molly Music here, and when I'm online, I listen to Reverb Live.
Let's get to the Inspiring, informative, and entertaining. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Hey, what's up, Reverb Live Show family? We are in the building getting ready for another exciting episode. I can't wait to get to this one. We do have a special guest coming up at the bottom of the hour. You want to stay tuned for that. Of course, we got the Reverb word of the day. And then we got a question of the day all lined up for you. But before we do that, let's check in with the Reverb Live Crew to see what's going on with the crew this episode. Professor Tracy, what's up?
What's good, Reverb Live family? DJ Rain, King Dean 3 is in the building. All of y'all who out there listening and all of y'all who are out there catching a replay. Listen, I was hanging out with my nieces. So my great niece, she had just turned 7, and my youngest, one of my other youngest nieces, she just, she's not the great niece. She's just like a niece. And then I have my great niece. They're both about the same age though.
I never understood the great grandniece, cousin, second niece.
I don't say, "Hey, great niece, come here," or she don't say, "Hey, great auntie," nothing like that. But anyway, so I had a nieces weekend with them. So what that is, I say I get all my nieces together, or I call it aunties weekend.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it started off with just those two came together. So we had a sleepover. And the great niece, the one who set up the eHarmony app for me, dating profile for me, says we should do ghost stories, scary stories. So I said, y'all sure? I'm tired. I'm like, y'all let's watch this movie and fall asleep.
Right.
She's like, yeah, sure. So I go get my cell phone because we got to have a flashlight. They turn off all the lights, and then they get their blankets. We put the blankets over our heads, and so we're trying to tell the ghost stories, right? So they say, Auntie Tracy, you go first. So I say, and I got to go first? Oh, my goodness. So I go first, and I was like, once upon a time, there was this auntie, and she took some nieces. She had auntie's weekend at a cabin. Dun, 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 dun. And so I'm doing a light. I'm moving up my phone light around under the blankets. And then my great niece says, did this cabin have a lake? I said, yes. She said, I don't think we should do this.
Oh, got right up out of that.
I said, yes. She said, I don't think
that thing got real quick. The quickest way to end the night.
Right. That thing was so hilarious. So, and then the other niece talked her back into it, like, no, come on, let's do it. I mean, it was your idea. So we go and finish it. And so the ending of the rest of my story is, so I said they went out to the lake, and the auntie who took her nieces on this weekend did not know that there was another auntie 100 years ago that took her nieces up there, which makes the place haunted. Dun, 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 dun.
This is
So I say, the nieces said, oh, we want to go to the lake and jump in the water. So they go out there and they jump in the water. And 3 nieces hold hands and say, come on, guys, are you ready? Let's jump in together. The evening is nice and chilled, and the wind is blowing, and they're having a good time. But then all 3 nieces jumped in the water together. And as they were going down, one shark jumped up and ate one of the nieces and took them in the water. And that's what made it haunted. And they've never seen the other niece again. And it was like, oh, no.
Good, Auntie. I'm good, Auntie, honestly.
Yes. And what made it so much scarier for them is because we just played this kid's, I don't know, Mattel game. And it is you open a shark's mouth and there are fishes rolling around in it, and you have to fish the sharks out. I mean, fish out. Yeah, fish the fish out of the shark's mouth. Yeah. And you never know which one is going to trigger the shark to jump up and grab.
Yeah.
And so I did that same type of scenario for them, and they were scared.
I'm good.
I was like, yes. She said, I don't think we should do it.
That's funny. That's funny. Also on the Reverb Live Crew, we got my man King the strong and mighty, unafraid.
Okay, I like it.
King D3.
Okay, I feel like I'm
we got the
great
king
interview. Yeah, we got the king. Man, thanks for showing love for sure. We thank the listeners definitely for showing us love as well. And I never thought about this, Rain and T. But not just our listeners from the radio perspective, but all of our live listeners, man, who stay not only tuned in through ear, but they're at their phones typing through their fingertips. They're getting their emotions wound up just to be tuned in. We got to show love and appreciate y'all for sure. While we're talking about this whole niece and uncle and aunties and nephews and great this and great that, I had an experience with my nephew that, it was a little different, this one here.
Wait, is the nephew that came up to the studio was hanging out with us? Okay.
My studio nephew.
I like him.
Man. Yes, I had seen him recently. This is a couple weeks back, but we were just having a dad show. Y'all definitely tune in and check that out on our podcast links. And one of those things our listener said is, hey, a dad should protect. That's one of his jobs. And we also, Rain, say sometimes it's not the dad, sometimes it's your uncle that steps up and take place.
Good enough.
So Uncle D3 was in the car.
There you go.
All right, Unc. King.
Uncle
King
D,
Unc.
King Unc D3. And this guy comes up to the car and he's about to, I guess, knock on it. He's about to do something that I'm unaware of.
Uh-oh.
Now, Rain and T, y'all know God is continually working with me.
They came to your truck, your car?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's working with me on the giving perspective. So this is difficult because I'm a protector and a giver all at the same time. It's hard out here being a Christian.
It's hard.
And so the guy looks and he comes up to my window, but he came too close, like he could have pulled on my nephew's door. And so he asked me, and y'all please feel free to critique me, but he says he needed money. Okay. Mm-hmm. But in this moment, he didn't access the giver in me. He accessed that person that needed to protect. So when he asked for finances, now I've been doing better, y'all. If you listen to the past shows, D3 has been doing better. Please tell the people, Rain and T.
You right.
I've been doing better with giving. And I told him in a stern way, I'm not going to say aggressive, I said, no, sir, I do not have anything. And I just want to, and I'm saying this because one, the dad show allowed me to feel more vulnerable to speak this, but in those moments, we're triggered by so many different things and emotions like move so swiftly that I didn't have it in me to be kind.
Yeah.
And it was very challenging because in that protective mode, I don't know where kind is. So I just want to say, be in tune with your emotions, be aware of your atmosphere, and take care of your nieces and nephews.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. This is going to be a complicated one.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I had a reverse kindness.
Oh, Lord.
Wait,
So,
reverse kindness?
reverse
Isn't that like
kindness.
meanness or is like...
You'll find out.
Uh-oh.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated. So we pull up to the drugstore. All right. I went to go get my COVID shot.
Okay.
First one. People go out there, get vaccinated. If not for you, for those that are around you, your loved ones, and everybody and everybody in your country or your state. So I pull up in the car to get vaccinated. I'm getting out to go to the drugstore. This guy leans out his car. Hey, man. And his car is just pulled like diagonally in a handicap spot, as if something had happened while his car was there. So he said, hey man, please just hear me out, man. I'm in here. I went in here to go get something to pay for something, but I left my wallet and I just ran out of gas and I have no money to go get anything. Can you please loan me a couple dollars? He was in the seat. A lady was in the seat with him, and these are kind of like older people, like I don't know, like 55, 60, something like that. So in my mind, I'm like, man, that's in a tough situation because I left my wallet before, and I know how it is. Like, man, I don't got no money. I just ran out of gas.
That's
too.
how I feel if I leave my phone anywhere. I understand.
So it's tough, and I said, well, and I'm walking by, and I'm thinking like, man, I'll see what I got when I come back. But I looked in my pocket, and I actually had $5. I said, you know what? Hey, man, here's some money right here to go get you some gas. Just to at least get you something. At least buy the gas can so you can go put gas in it. Yeah. Give it to him, and I'm about to walk away. Now, at this point, here's where the reverse kindness kicks in.
Oh,
I want to hear this.
I see him. He reaches for my money, but then at the same time, he was pulling out the money that he had. And I'm seeing a wad. I'm like, hold on, you ain't got no money. And I said, oh, you as I gave it to him, so the transaction is over.
Yeah.
So I'm walking back,
No
but my
refund.
eyes looking at the water. I'm like, hey, you got, well, you should be able to get enough from all the money you got. I said, yeah, from the people that money gave me today. And I was like, oh, okay. He been sitting here trying to get some money so he can go buy, because the gas can cost about $5 or $8.
Yeah.
Then the gas you got to put in there is going to be at least $3, at least for 1 gallon. So I'm saying, okay, so he's going to need, this is about $4, right? So I'm walking back, and now the reverse kindness is kicking in and said, man, is this dude hustling me? Yeah. Why is this dude taking my money? And I was like, Rain, why didn't you ask him to start his car? If he really ran out of gas, he couldn't start his car. I said, yeah, I should have asked him that, but it's all right. So I go into the store. I'm in there for about 10 minutes. Reverse kindness is kicking in. Like, man, I think that dude
this sounds like a disorder.
I think that dude is just not right. He wasn't being fair with you. I think you should go back out there and see if he's still out there. I said, but what if he's still out there? I said, this is what you're going to do. If he's I'm talking to me. My reverse kindness is saying, this is what you do. If you go out there, tell him, hey, man, I thought about it. I'm going to give you $10. So if you give me back the $5, I'm going to give you the 10. And then when he give you back your $5, Rain, you just turn around and walk the other way. That's your $5.
Oh.
Get him back.
Reverse kindness,
this is my reverse kindness.
Wow.
My reverse kindness is devious, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. That's not right, man. What if we start? I don't care, man. That man, he got you, bro. Reverse kindness is like saying he got you.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? All right. I'm gonna just go out there. Just see if he's there. I go out there and he's gone. I was like, all right, see, I told you, man, he went to go get the gas. He finally got enough money to go get the gas. Okay. So I go back in. It is now my turn to get my shot. Get the shot. Take it like a G.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go back outside. I'm looking to stop for some other stuff. I wanted some chips. So I go back out. Guess who shows up?
Uh-oh.
The guy is there. And I'm like, hey, man, how you doing? I say, hey, how you doing, brother? Reverse kind of says, wait a minute. Why is he back here?
Yeah.
If you ran out of gas, you shouldn't come back to the place that you ran out of gas at. And then I see him and the lady in there. We were in the public shopping center, but there's a the store's at the corner of the public shopping center, the drugstore. He has a box of chicken. And he's, yeah, man, I'm doing good, man. I just, I'm all right, man. I got the gas. And I'm like, well, you got gas
and
and
got
chicken
something to eat
and a snack and a drink on the side.
Both of y'all got it, not just you.
Y'all eating good. I'm coming home from my job to go to my house to go eat the food I got in my fridge. And I was like, man, he got me good. I said, man, but reverse kindness didn't get me all the way. Because I said, Rain, if somebody has to stay out here to dupe people for money, what kind of position is he in? To ask people for money.
True.
And I was like, well, just let it slide. Just be glad enough that you don't have to beg out here or steal or trick people for $5 to get something to eat.
Yeah,
what if
good,
this is his hustle to eat food?
Yeah.
And this is what he has. Just let it be, Rain.
Yeah.
And I'll walk.
You tickling my trauma.
Because that's one of the things that that get you, right?
Bro, flashbacks like crazy right now, but that's it.
But I let it go. I said, you know what? He's out here struggling. It's not like he's making $100,000 a year. And he's out here begging.
But that's never mind. Just cut the commercials because it's not working.
People, that's all I got. People, be kind to us the entire episode. Please do. We got a lot coming your way. I told you we have a guest coming at the bottom of the hour. We do have the Reverb word of the day. Trace, let it be about kindness or lovingness.
You need something. It don't matter. Bro. Anything out the Bible right now.
Anything. I take any of it. I take the beginning.
Right.
It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
Can't get enough of the Reverb Live Show? Listen to our podcast, available on ReverbLiveShow.com and on iTunes.
Reverb. Yeah. I'm gonna try to knock it all out in one shot, you feel me? We gon' see. Tryna get there with them, but they don't get it yet. They celebrate a lot.
Where the confetti at? I look around me, all I see is petty theft. Y'all got guns, nobody sees them spaghetti straps. Betty whack, cut it out, machete that. Bitten off so many that now you heavy set. Them ain't y'all meals, recommended credit check. You don't know the feel, you can never get with any vet. Your music don't go, you already set artist. I'm sharp up top where the Eddie's head. They slept on the kid, give him teddy bears. Push the devil off a cliff before I let him get an edge. And I'm barely getting started, G. This is not hip-hop, it's every part of me. My idea of fame is where the martyrs be. Bout to break a leg, hit a vein in the artery. Insane in the brain, man, I ought to be tied to a wall with a chain and a bar to keep me from getting out, but I'm out of my mind. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not in my prime. As soon as I hit the booth, man, I doubt I'm 5'9". With the crew, getting loose, said I got 'em, I ain't lying. Yeah, they stuck off the realness. We be the infinite, you heard of us. We raise the bar, get your hurdles up, run it. Slim chance you'll make it, hope you girdled up. But look at the result of all the turning up. Dummies. Raise your L's high, straight from NY, where they making sales fly. Them ain't turtle doves, and they say they out to murder us. Funny, you gambling your life with what you stirring up. Money, like snapping on your wife instead of shirting up. Honey, now you rocking with the doc like you're a Bugs Bunny. 3 a.m. be the playpen. In my pen, play on words like the NBA, MVP, Sandy Way. Bars 24/7, baby, every day. Good God. Good God. Yeah. Keep that rolling, They like, Lord Almighty, that boy still flowing. I told y'all this all day, we still open. It's real focus, I'm bill focused. I will go, and if all he talk is paper, then money getting his bills folded. Whoa. I told y'all, this here potent. They so soft, they old lost, career frozen. Though that might be cold, just know the kid chosen. This ain't the life he chose. Feel like I might too close to where I'm trying to make it to, I just don't know yet. If I don't fly to Jamaica soon on my own jet, I'll be alright. Never impatient, although I know stress. Vacation plans when I finally blow? Oh yes, just got off the phone with Evan.
It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Ray.
They're not ready for this one.
Put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand, put your Bible in the hand,
So,
put your Bible in the hand,
okay.
put your Bible in the hand.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Crew is in the building. Reverse kindness, right?
I was hoping
You're just
so.
looking at me.
Yep.
Auntie's Weekend Tracy.
And moving forward, D3.
Oh, here we go. Tracy, I don't see how mine was worse than that other guy's.
It was.
He put lie on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie.
Yeah, but it sounded like that's something that he just does. Right? You was gonna go and look for me. Like you literally went out and said, you know what? After you was convinced that it was messed up, you said, let me go see if he out here.
Ooh, that's like second-degree manipulation.
Oh.
Or first-degree manipulation.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know, man. We'll talk about it more. About this thing called reverse kindness. But let's get into this kind word of God. Tracy, what you serving for us today?
Job chapter 41, verse 8. It says, if you lay a hand on it, you will remember the struggle and never do it again.
Ooh. If you lay a hand on it?
Yes.
What you mean?
So in this conversation Job was having, he was talking about his friends were talking, you know, Job was giving his plight, but then God jumped up in there. And God was like, pretty much like, do you know how to do this thing? Do you know how to put the stars? You know how to hold the waters back? Do you know how to blah, 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 blah? His spill. And then he said, even if you tried it, try to put your hands on what I did. If you tried to walk a day in God's shoes, pretty much is what God was saying. If you try to walk a day in my shoes, this is what you'll do. You will lay your hand on it, and you will remember the struggle you've had trying to be God, and you will never do it again.
Oh, trying to do it yourself.
Oh yeah. When I came across it, I was like, dang God.
Yeah, right.
I was like, dang God.
That's in Job?
Job.
I didn't remember God entering the conversation between Job
and
and
himself?
the three and his three friends.
Yeah, it was two. It was at the end. So Job did his spiel. His friends did their spills back and forth, and Job talked back and forth and all that kind of stuff. And then God stepped into the picture like, now I've been standing here while y'all talking about me while I'm here, while y'all talking about me in my face like that. Y'all think y'all talking about behind my back. But God stepped in. He said, were you there at the beginning of the time?
I forgot about that.
Do you know what it is like to be God? Wow. Apparently not. Because if you even tried it, you would lay a hand on it. You'll try to touch it. And be like, oh, Lord, that thing hot.
Yeah.
Remember the struggle. Remember the pain and never do it again.
Well, sometimes I feel like I don't need to know my Bible because he know it. It's like, bro.
That's good.
She don't just know it. She narrated well. Just everything.
God, that part was in there. So he came in and everybody heard God's voice?
Yeah.
Even the friends heard God's voice?
Well, it doesn't specify, but it says God came into the conversation.
Oh, wow.
It was enough for Job to hear and for Job to then turn around and pray for his friends. And for God to correct him. But I'm only on verse 41, so I had to get through the rest of it. Yeah. But when I came to this part, I was like, dang, God.
That's tough.
God was just like, man, who made the birds? I made the birds. You think you turn them into a pet, but I'm God.
Yeah,
You think you doing all of this stuff. You could put a leash on this thing and that thing. I am God, pretty much. So he was going, as he gets further down, then at verse 6, he's like, I'll say at verse 7, he says, can you feel its hide? He's talking about creatures of the sea and stuff. Can you feel its hide with harpoons or its head with fishing spears? They're talking about this big old shark. He was, I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. He's referencing a big dragon type of sea creature. And he said if you even tried to catch it, to try to fish it in, you would then lay a hand on it, remember the struggle you had with it, and never do it again. And God was using that as a reference to him. You can't walk a day in my shoes or you will never try it again, baby.
Boy, that's
good.
tough.
That's good.
That's tough.
People, we're going to take a quick break and come right back. We do. I forgot what the rest of the show going to be about.
Don't matter. That was enough.
That's what you was thinking in your head to that homeless man, or not to the man who's trying to swindle you.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? I'll get my $5 and you remember this. And you never ask me.
He gonna remember that. Y'all, please, remember that.
Here we go.
It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
I put my Bible in the busy. I'm not ashamed, I ain't going anywhere. Can somebody please turn my microphone up so I can rep Christ on this track right here.
The Urban Gospel Show that gives you live interviews, the latest news, and topics that keep you tweeting. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain. Reverb Live, your new online gospel show.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Hey, what's up? This is Miss Tascat. You're listening to Reverb Live, the new urban gospel talk show, giving you the latest news, live interviews, and the hottest gospel.
It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
News, interviews, and laughter. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
God's gonna do it. God's gonna do it. God's gonna do it. God's gonna do it. No doubt in my mind that God's gonna do it. You can try all you want, bottom line is you just can't do it. It's gonna take a great God with all my help for this one. Only you can take all my problems, dismiss them. I'm not waiting for nothing. Reach out my hand and you won't leave me hanging. You'll never leave, Lord, I count that a blessing. Call on your name like a teacher, your presence. Jehovah. over. Trusting you, Lord, all the way to the finish. It's already over. Thought that I told you guys gon' do it. Guys gon' do it. Guys gon' do it. Guys gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. I know he gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. God gon' do it. God gon' do it. God gon' do it. Hallelujah, hallelujah. God gon' do it. God gon' do it. Hallelujah, hallelujah. God's gon' do it. God's gon' do just what he said. If he said it, that's all to it. Ain't nothing left to be said. He's the realest. Ain't no doubt about it. And after God do it, we gon' throw a party. Cause God's not a man that he should lie. So here I stand on my solid rock. He's on my side, Jehovah Jireh, he will provide. So I believe and walk by faith, and God's gon' do it. God's gon' do it. God's gon' do it. God's gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. I know he gon' do it. God's gon' do it, gon' do it. God gon' do it. God gon' do it. God gon' do it. Hallelujah, hallelujah. God gon' do it. God gon' do it. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it. Do it how you wanna do it, God. Do it how you wanna do it. I'm not waiting for nothing. God, we love you, we believe you, yeah. I will trust in you, God. God, we love you, we believe. I'm not waiting for nothing. God, we love you, we believe you, yeah. Faith has brought me this far, and I know that God's gon' do it. If you know that God's gon' do it, lift your hands in the air. If you know that God's gon' do it, release a praise right there. Say God's gon' do it. 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 Say God's gon' do it.
The best urban gospel show airing right now. It's the Reverb Live Show, playing the hottest in Christian hip hop and R&B.
Reverb, and echo through my heart. Bring the beat back, man. Reverb, well, to me my flesh is a threat, so now please turn up your effect. Reverb, hold on. Reverb, through my heart. Yes, sir.
Reverb Live Show. Reverb Live Crew is in the building. DJ Rain.
Never touching that again, Tracy.
And King D3.
So now people was, I guess, identifying what I was going through and trying to give me some good scriptural help.
Yeah, they
which was good. Shout out some of the live listeners that are tuning into the show, man.
Yeah, shout out to Summer Donner, Christine Smile, Success_RDIAMEN. Shout out to Stonewall Williams, man. Shout out to we always got to shout out our the chef. Shout out to the chef. Shout out to Kiki, and shout out to the messenger RPM who just jumped in because he was like, "Listen, y'all doing shout outs. I'm jumping in.
I want one. Speaking of shout outs, we are going to shout out the Reverb question of the day, but we must do this this interview first. We have our good friends with us from Alpha and Omega, our good friends Cleveland and Christine. How are you doing out there?
We're doing great. How you doing?
Good. Amazing. Hey, look, you brought to us an internet solution You're now bringing to us a solution for our health. Tell us about your Alpha Omega water.
All right. Well, Alpha Water 108 is named Alpha because it is the best water. It is, we're official distributor of the Live Natural Alkaline Water. It's located in Tallahassee, Florida. The water distributor has been in existence for over 25 years, and this water hydrates your body. It detoxes your body. It has 108 trace minerals in it, and we're excited because people have been getting a lot of benefits from drinking this water. It's 100% organic. It's eco-friendly, and it comes from a natural spring in North Carolina. It comes up from 800 feet down. It is mineralized naturally, and it is also, filtered naturally. So it goes straight from the aquifer, which is 800 feet down, right into the bottle, right into your body, and it hydrates your body better than any water. Some of the Christine's going to go over the electrolytes.
Okay. On the electrolytes, the spring water is natural, and it stimulates your nerves and muscles for optimal performance. So, like if you're an athlete, you really want to be drinking this type of water because you're going to be better than everyone else. And it helps also regulating the blood pressure and cellular functions.
And the pH, the balance of the pH levels. We have a pH level of over 8, so it's naturally pH balanced, which means that it works with your body by boosting its immune system to naturally fight off disease.
We're talking to Alpha Omega. They are the distributors of this amazing water product. They want you to think wealth, drink wealth. Your health is your wealth. Now, this is a premium natural alkaline spring water. I didn't know water had to have alkaline in it. What's the importance about alkaline being in the water?
Well, alkaline is what you're born in your mother's womb. It is the best environment for growth and development. Most of the time, after we start eating a lot of the foods that we eat, our body gets filled up with, impurities. We get toxic. And most people carry between 10 and 30 pounds of toxic waste in their bodies, and they wonder why they're sluggish. They wonder why, they're not feeling well. We do try to offset it by taking medications and things like that. But, natural alkaline spring water actually does all of that naturally. Like we said, it boosts the immune system. It detoxifies your body, makes you go to the bathroom a little bit more, so it gets all of the toxic waste out.
Now, this water you said was from North Carolina. It comes from a spring, 800 feet deep. But has this water been tested to be different than any other water?
Yeah, absolutely. The FDA has tested it. Many scientists have been out to the property because of the fact that it actually has 108 of the trace minerals in it, which you don't find anywhere. There's only 4 properties in the United States that have the natural alkaline spring water that has natural mineralized and natural fertilization. But this is the only one with 108 trace minerals in it.
So this has been approved by the FDA because it's also in Walmarts in North Carolina. So, for it to be sold in any type of store, it has to, be approved by the FDA. And this is that's been here for 400 years, given to slave owners when the master died. So they discovered this in the earth, and this is what they've been selling and bottling. And it's all over the world. It's being distributed to, not just here in Tallahassee. They have places in Chicago, Las Vegas, L.A., everywhere you could think. Orlando is a big place that, they're drinking a lot of that in Orlando. So this water is everywhere. We're just trying to get it out so people can be healthy. It helps your blood pressure. We have testimonies of people that actually had blood pressure of 200 and almost 300, and they drank this water for about a week, and it went down to like 1 something. And they said that's never happened to them, even with medication. Oh, wow. So it's just good to get this in here and detoxify the body and dehydrate. So it makes it, hydrated instead of being dehydrated.
Now, we're talking about Alpha Premium Natural Alkaline Spring Water. If you've been telling us a lot of good things about this thing, about this product. You sold some people on this. If they want this water, where can they go get it? How can they go get it from you?
Okay. They can go to Alpha Water 108, www.alphawater108.com. You can order your water online. Also, they can call. We have 2 numbers on our website. The toll-free number is 866-329-0361. They can also call the Tallahassee number 850-524-1566. Again, that's Alpha Water 108, www.alphawater108.com. You can actually get it delivered to your house. If you join the water club, you'll get 28 gallons a month delivered to your house.
Nice. Man, hey, you guys are promising that this water is life-changing. It has a lot of nutrients in it, over 108, and a pH balance of 8, which is what you need, that alkaline spring water. Again, give us that confirmation or that contact information in that website one more time.
Yes, www.alphawater108.com. And the phone number is 866-329-0361 or 850-524-1566. And they can contact us by email at healthywealthywater@yahoo.com. Again, that's healthywealthywater@yahoo.com. We like to thank everyone for listening, and we like to tell you your health is your wealth. Drink health, drink wealth. Your health is your wealth. Think wealth, drink wealth. Your health is your wealth. And we'd like to appreciate you for having us on here once again to be able to talk about, some of the things that have been ailing our communities. And one of them is not drinking healthy water.
Yeah, that's a good one. Again, thank you so much. Alpha Water 108. Think wealth, drink wealth. Your health is your wealth. Go get that premium natural alkaline spring water. All right, guys, we got to get this reverb question of the day. We've been teasing this for a while. Tracy, this is a good one. Let me have it.
Yeah, so the question is, should you cry in front of your or any kids? If so, does the reason matter? Tears of joy, tears of anger, tears of sadness, or from a movie? Or should adults just suck it up? Suck it up, adults.
Should you cry in front of kids?
Should you, as an adult, cry in front of your kids or anybody else's kids? Should you show that the emotion of tears? And if so, does the reason that you're crying matter?
Okay, we'll talk about it. That's the Reverb question of the day. Don't go anywhere. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.
You're tuned into the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain, playing the hottest in Christian hip-hop and R&B.
I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. Just break.
Together, and they ain't breaking my word. I just wish that I could fly like a bird, get away from this earth. Had to pray and pray, felt I was cursed. Always tell myself it could have been worse. Never going back, I broke the reverse. It come from my soul, no need to rehearse. A lot of time I was in need of work. Talk to God like I needed to work. Jumped in line like I needed it first. But I was being selfish, know this gonna affect a lot of people. I was being careless, took a break and stepped away. I'm coming back when I get ready. I know this breaks people into pieces, but I ain't gonna let it.
Yo, Blaze, you crazy for this one. Hey, all the champions out there feel so good. Hey, I said it feels so good.
We will, 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 we will. for greatness. At the same time, keeping my patience. Can't be racing to no early grave, I'm cool with just pacing. I could drop at any given time, I'm holding my aces. I seen disappointment all in their faces. The turtle still crossed the finish line. We done braced the bar so many times, it's only right they give me mine. Diamond by myself, together we really shine. Long as I keep putting my faith and trust in God, I know that everything will be fine. Built for it, real stand up, God ain't never breaking my kind. I believe I can do anything, ain't never changing my mind. Life's all about patience, take it one day at a time. Life's all about patience, take it one day at a time, yeah. Everybody say, don't you give up your one step closer. We gon' make it. We will, we will, we will, we will, we will. We will, we will, we will, we will, we will. We will, we will, we will, we will, we will. We will, hang on, never let it break. We will, we will, we will, we will, we will. We will, we will. I believe that. Together.
Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Show, Reverb Live Show. Reverb Live Crew is in the building. DJ Rain.
Tracy the Professor.
And King the Teardrop in 3, baby.
You just heard Kirk Franklin. Tracy, help me say this.
We
other guy.
Win.
By
Kirk Franklin and Lil Baby. You gotta say Lil Baby.
Little Baby.
Let us say it one
No,
more
you
time
gotta
for
say
the live.
Lil Baby. Lil Baby.
How you say it, T?
Lil Baby.
We're here talking about question of the day.
Yeah.
Is it okay to cry in front of kids? And if so, like under what circumstances?
Yeah. Like,
I'm
doesn't
gonna
matter.
I'm gonna set the tone off. I hope people don't think I'm a bad guy for trying to hustle my $5 back from the guy that hustled me.
Yeah.
But hey, whatever. I'm gonna go on a limb and say, should you cry in front of? I don't think you should.
So you think adults should suck it up?
Suck it up, because you know what's gonna happen.
What?
They're gonna see you cry, then they're gonna cry.
Okay.
You ain't gotta cry, man.
All right. King D, what you think?
I hate that this is gonna look bad over show, but I'm not a fan of it. But I like the fact that you said we can pick those tears. So
So it matters to you. So
it
you like
matters.
you're not a fan of crying, period.
In front of kids.
But so you wouldn't cry in front of kids. Now me, I think it's okay to cry in front of kids.
Why? What's the contingency?
Because it shows a level of transparency.
Okay.
Like, mommy gets sad too, uncle gets sad too. We cry, but then it gives them an opportunity to see how you overcome your tears. So it gives a level of transparency. Now, if they cry over every single thing, that might be a problem. Now, if you're crying over a nice moment in a movie, a kid's cartoon, kids might look at you like, what you crying for?
Right,
This is a cartoon. You know, but at the same time, maybe, because I remember, I say this, and I remember my mom crying in the living room. And I looked at her and I'm like, what's going on? She's just crying, and she says, this movie made me think of my mom, which is her mom.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Learning
so
moment.
she was watching. Yeah, so I saw, it hurts. This situation, it helped me translate the situation to her pain and emotions as well.
How old were you?
I was a kid. I don't know, maybe like 11.
That's old.
That's not a kid.
Nah,
when I say kid, I'm thinking like
5.
But I ain't never seen my mama cry before. I just get a whooping. I'm the one crying.
Yeah, you do the cry. You cry for both of us.
Right, I be the one in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's like this lady who is so authoritative, even if it's my dad who is so authoritative, me see them cry, it's like, wow, they are a real person. They are not just, fake people. And I think it's even fitting, even with this being Father's Day weekend, thinking about dads, and men crying. They're adults. Should they cry? Should they not cry? I mean,
see,
does it matter?
Here's my I guess because I have little kids, right? They attribute crying to is something bad happening or something sad happening. So if I cry, they're going to think there's something bad or sad happening. I can't explain that to a 3-year-old or a 5-year-old. And that might even be traumatizing to them because they can't understand the concept of why this reasoning here of why I'm crying.
But you can tell them, and then later on in life, maybe a vision will come up. Maybe they'll get a picture like, oh, Dad cried. This is what he said. That's what that means?
What about later on in life I cry, and then they'll get it?
Hold your tears, Rain.
Right, you're going to hold your tears for like 20 years, and then...
I'm going to suck it back up. And it won't be no problem.
So adults shouldn't cry. Now listen, I'm not saying adults should cry all the time for every single thing, because that's a different story. But if they cry because they are inspired by the presence of God, if they cry because they are so angry that they can't lash out like how they really want to for something else that has nothing to do with their children, then they start to cry.
So I think this. I think that crying in front of kids for me looks like I don't want to cry because my feelings are hurt. I don't want them to see me cry because my feelings are hurt. Now, if I'm sad because, passing of granddad, or if I'm excited, that's different. Or if I'm touched, that's different. Okay. But as far as my feelings being hurt, I don't think I think that's the only tear that I'm not trying to drop.
So it wouldn't be like, okay, my feelings are hurt, so I'm going to cry.
No. Even though their feelings are going to be hurt and they need to know. And
now, what about if it was by somebody that really, really, really close to you that cut you? Like maybe it's your wife, or maybe your mom.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't. Okay, so let's use
that example. So you have to take that and hide in the room and cry.
Yes, because let's say.
Oh, he gonna cry in the car.
Okay, wait. So he gonna cry in the car. Oh my gosh, boy.
Let's say that mommy did say something to King D3, right? Mm-hmm. And then they ask you, Daddy, why are you crying? Mommy made me cry. Like, mommy made you cry. Why would mommy hurt Daddy? That's why he's crying.
That's transparency.
Only thing that you can say, you could say this. Daddy's not feeling good right now. Daddy's sad right now.
Why are you sad, Daddy?
Feelings are hurt. Daddy cannot talk right now.
Because I'm crying.
But, no,
I can't do it.
You just have to say, listen, I'm crying because I'm very hurt right now. I can't really explain it to you. Maybe we'll talk later, okay? And they say, okay. Maybe that's what you can do.
I would have to be overwhelmed to do it from that perspective. And then
yes.
I will be able to make it a teaching moment. But if I'm not overwhelmed in that perspective, I'm going to exit stage left.
Yeah. I mean, there's always a way to do it. There's always a way to communicate what the reason is based on what the reason is. I mean, if you're just angry and you just can't snap back, that's a different story. If you are sad, if you are watching a movie, that's something to laugh about. Like, oh man, I was crying because this movie was so emotional or whatever, and I cried on the movie. That's, that's funny. That's not something that you just gotta, go in the room and hide for. But to me, most of the time, I think is that people don't want to cry in front of kids because they want to still be tough. They want to show the people that this ain't bothering me. Like, that's not tears. My eyes is itching. Something ran into my eye.
Well, I got allergies going somewhere.
Right.
I feel
well, okay, so again, maybe I have a problem with the word kids. Like, what do you consider in kid? Like, are they preteen, 12, 13, or are they 2, 3, 4, 5?
It don't matter to me.
Yeah, I would say kids being young kids too, but also older kids. Because they're maturing.
Yeah.
They cry.
Older kids, I have no problem
especially
crying.
middle schoolers. Oh my goodness.
I have no problem crying in front of older kids. If my kids, I wouldn't cry in front of somebody else's kids because then that's a whole bunch of explaining I got to do to somebody else's kid, and then that kid got to go tell
you ain't
their
got
parents.
to explain. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. You don't even have to explain. They saw you crying, and
you're going to want to ask, why am I crying?
And there's a response every time. If kids say, "What, mommy, daddy, where do babies come from?" You don't always have to answer that question.
Cry when they hear the answer.
Right. You don't always have to answer that question. It is how you respond to the kid or child or youth that helps them to say, okay, not right now. I will learn later. I will explain to you later. Maybe when you get this age. Maybe when ...
How do you add that up? So say
but they need to know that you're a real
under,
person.
Right? Say now your kid is an adult now. And then you're like, hey, you remember that time I cried like 20 times? I cried once in 2019. Them 3 times I cried in September
no
of
kid's gonna do
2025.
that, and I wouldn't do that if I was a
That's what I'm
parent.
saying. Who's gonna remember that? What life lesson
Exactly.
teaching are you? Just don't cry.
No, you
Cry,
got to cry.
cry, and then explain to them when they're. That's why I wouldn't cry in front of little kids, but I'll cry in front of someone who's older to understand why I'm crying, and I'll use it right then as the teaching example.
But what if emotion hits you so hard, real quick, unexpected,
Ain't nothing you can do
unexplainable,
about that. Ain't nothing you can do.
and you just cry, and the
just
kid
cry.
sees you crying?
Yeah, okay, that. Well, then
Well,
you
close
There's
your
nothing
eyes.
that you can do.
Yeah, nothing you can
Listen,
do.
sometimes look, you watching a movie.
I agree.
I'm watching a movie with my family, my little nieces. I'm like, oh my, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I find myself trying to suck it up real quick, and then sometimes I'm just like, you know what? I just need to cry, and then they know that they can relate to. Oh, that was emotions that they were feeling. Those same
But
things.
they don't ask you like, why are you crying, Auntie Tracy?
Nope. Sometimes they would. I mean, I don't cry all the time. First of all,
I know, I'm Tracy 305.
no, I'm not
Crying.
Tracy 05. I'm like, hey, I need you to listen when I say do it. That's what that is.
Right.
So I'm not be crying all the time. But if it's necessary, and if we need that freedom, then I definitely will. What are live folks saying?
Well, somebody put in big bold words. They said, "I have cried." We we got Stonewall Williams that said, "It's okay. They need to know it's okay to cry." They you don't want them to bottle up their feelings. Sheena _B_encourage says, "Yes, it's okay to show your emotions. It's okay." We got listeners saying, yes, you should cry in front of your child with good explanations because we don't want our kids to think everything is gravy. Summer Darner said, crying, it's healthy to show a range of emotions to kids so they will learn and know how to deal with theirs. And Christine said it also shows kids how to deal with things. So a lot of people are agreeing with Tracy. And the last comment is, I agree with Tracy.
Oh no, I guess I'm in the moment now where if my 3-year-old saw me crying, or even my 5-year-old, I have a lot of explaining to do. So instead of going through all that explaining, what I know he's not going to understand, let me just not cry. Let me just go somewhere and just keep it to myself.
You'll be like Joseph when his brothers came up to Egypt and he ran into the room.
Joseph took it like a G, son.
But then Joseph couldn't take it no more. He just cried right there in front of his brothers.
That is the second.
You see how he walked right
argue
into
with
it?
Reverb Murder. That is a chess match and you're not winning. I saw it.
But that was the second time, Tracy, that he cried.
Yes.
Not the first, the second time.
But he did it.
Yeah, he did. People, that's been the Reverb question of the day. If you want to go back and review some of the tape, cry over it, weep over it if you want to. How can they go back and check out some of our past episodes?
By going to SoundCloud, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts. You want to search Reverb Live Show. Like, comment, share, drop a check, drop a tear, drop some love for us, man. Let's do it.
And if you have any questions, topic ideas, or you just want to show us some love, hit us up at info@reverbliveshow.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey, that's it for this hour, but stay tuned. Stick around. Another hour could be on the way. It's the Reverb Live Show with DJ Rain.